Question 1, use successive approximation. What is the approximate solution of the equation f of x equals g of x? Use the graph as a starting point. So for successive approximation, we've got this equation, but we need to set it equal to 0. So we're going to take f of x and subtract g of x and set it equal to 0. So then we're going to insert some numbers for x, but to know what numbers to insert, we need to look at this graph. This graph is helpful. So we can see the solution is right there at that point. That's in between an x value of 8 and an x value of 9. So we're going to insert that lower bound 8 for x and see what it spits out here in just a second. And then also we're going to insert 9 as well. That's supposed to be an F. And to do this, so I'm going to write out up here at the top just one time. I'm only going to write this out once because this will take a while. So what does f of x minus g of x look like? And this is important, even though we are going to type this in the calculator, because this is really tricky to type in to begin with. So f of x, of course, is just -1 times 2 minus the absolute value of x. Sorry, absolute value of 2 minus x plus 4. We're subtracting the entire g function. So this is where it gets tricky. So we're subtracting the entire g function, so we need a subtraction sign and a parenthesis, and of course the extra set of parentheses around the x minus 4 that we're taking the log of. So when we type this in, so I'm going to type this in, instead of -1/2, I'm going to use the decimal -0.5 because it's just easier to type in. And then I'm going to type in the absolute value symbol. So we're going to press the math key, scroll to the right to NUM. If I'm going too fast, remember you can slow this video down. Absolute value. Instead of 2 minus x, I'm going to do 2 minus 8 first because that's my lower bound. Right arrow key to get out of the absolute value symbol, and then plus 4. And then minus, left parenthesis. We're going to hit the log key, which is next to the 7 key. Instead of x minus 4 on the inside, it's 8 minus 4 on the inside. Close the parenthesis twice. Hit enter. There's our lower bound of 0.3979. The more decimals you write out, the better. We'll write out 4. Rather than retype the whole thing, I can hit second enter, and it will recall this equation, and I can just go back and replace the 8 with a 9, because 9 is the upper bound. And we get -0.1989. Our next step is we want to see if we can narrow down this a little bit further. So we're going to find the average of the lower bound and upper bound. So 8 plus 9 divided by 2 is 8.5. So we're going to find f of 8.5 minus g of 8.5. And again, I'm going to hit second enter. And I'm going to replace the 9 with 8.5. You got to be careful here, because if you just type in 8.5, it's going to type over the 9, the minus sign, and the 4. So the trick is if you hit second delete, that's the insert button. It'll let us insert a bigger number to replace 9. We do have to remember then to delete the extra 9, but that does it. So go back. Where's that 9? Second delete. Type in 8.5 and then just delete the 9, hit enter, and we get 0.0967. So our last step is what we're going to do. Since that answer was positive, we're going to use 8.5 and replace the 8 because it also yielded a positive answer. This should kind of make sense because you can tell that this point of intersection is somewhere, it's between 8 and 9, but it's also a little bit bigger than 8.5. You can visually tell that. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the average of 8.5 and 9, because we can kind of tell that answer is somewhere right in between those two numbers. So 8.5 plus 9 divided by 2 gives us 8.75. So which one of these four answer choices is really close to that answer? First answer choice is 67 divided by 8. It's way too small. In fact, it's less than 8.5. 133 divided by 16. Way too small. 139 divided by 16. Now we're getting closer. So that is a possibility. And then the last answer choice is 69 divided by 8. That one's not too far off, but the third answer choice, 139 over 16, gave us the answer closest to 8.75. So that's going to be our correct answer for this problem. Remember, this is an approximate solution.